Who is going to hit Rift Herald after killing this Jace? Do you not want to win? Learning this skill I'm about to teach you will make you feel like a god amongst men and eagles. Recalling here means you shut off both sides of the map. The enemy jungler who sees me killing his top laner will think, well, if Shaco is top, I'm going to invade his bot side, do dragon, gank his bot lane. He won't see this coming. I do, bro, relax. In chess, there are two sides to the board, king side and queen side. If a player is stronger on the king side, they are typically weaker on the queen side. Because I am top side right now, I am naturally weaker bot side because I am not there. But I can go from winning on just one side of the map to winning both sides by simply recalling and running to Lee Sin's counterplay. If he's doing my camps, I will know about it and hunt him down. If he's not, then is he doing dragon? I'll kill him on it. Or is he ganking bot lane? I'll counter it and knock him out. Lee Sin's counterplay has to be happening simultaneously to what I'm doing on the other side of the map. Otherwise, I will cover his counterplay by recalling. When I kill the enemy bot lane in this game, look at my top side. My level 4 Krugs and Raptors have spawned, and I know the enemy Graves will be twisting his moustache at the thought of taking them. So I recall straight away for a bit of defensive tempo, ping on my way so my teammates know what my intention is, and I also ask my support who has nothing better to do to turn into a jungler for a little bit. And guess what? There's the Graves, and there's another kill. Can you see in this game how the enemy Kindred is in bot lane here? So Canyon has two choices. He either recalls to defend a dive, or he stays on top side of the map and tries to out-resource the enemy team, which is in other words, simultaneous counterplay. This is what he does. He stays on the map, knowing his bot lane should be safe, especially when Kindred shows right in front of them, and Kindred can never protect this mid dive nor her top camps because she is still bot. When you show on one side of the map, doesn't matter if it's killing someone, securing an objective, or simply walking over a ward, you are telling everyone on the enemy team, especially the enemy jungler, you are not on the other side of the map. So hey, if you want to make a play immediately, go for it because I won't be there. I cannot be there. So right here, Karthus shows mid lane to pick up the crashing wave. So if I want to make a play top or bot, I can because I'll be quicker to the resource, so to speak, than he will be. Now I know I'm not recalling to defend a resource, which is literally what defensive tempo is, but I'm showing you that when a play is happening while a jungler is away from that area of the map, they can't do anything about it. So I guess the question you're trying to answer when you do show on one side of the map is, do I have time to cover the enemy jungler's counterplay? Recalling takes 8 seconds. Running to the middle of the map takes around 25 seconds, give or take a few depending on your champion and time in the game. So it takes around 30 seconds to get back on the map. If the enemy jungler does not execute that play within that time, then GG, well played. The only reason I would ever hit Rift Herald, going back to the same example, why would I happily run down to Rift here knowing there are so many resources for the enemy jungler bot side? Well, it's because they are already making that play. They are already ganking or diving my bot lane. They are doing my bot camps on vision. We have a ward on dragon and they are already halfway through it. Again, if I kill this Jace and Lee Sin is killing my bot lane at the same time, unless I think I can run to dragon or I think he's going to riskily invade my bot camps after showing, then I will stay topside and get as much as I can. Agurin is taking the enemy Xin Zhao's red buff, and with his level 6 and nearby support, he uses his jump and takes Krugs too. But why not gang top? Even if they could kill Alawi, it's bad. But why? The amount of resources he is giving up bot side of the map just to kill a lane that is still going to hard lose anyway, it's just not worth. So he recalls and runs to his camps, but doesn't stop there because he is strong. He goes to the next line of counterplay that Xin Zhao has, the dragon. And yes, they had vision of the Xin doing it, but even if Agurin didn't see the Xin on Drake, he would for sure still run through here. So instead of killing an Alawi, who will hard win lane anyway, blue team hard wins a fight at dragon with kills. This is a much bigger win. This is defensive tempo. Perhaps the best example of defensive tempo is this bad boy right here. Oner gets a triple kill on Lee Sin, including the enemy Graves. After shoving the waves out, do you think he does dragon or his bot camps? Of course not. He covers his respawning top camps that would be worth decent experience, knowing Graves can potentially invade them. Dragon is not going anywhere. So why are we forcing it and losing something for it? By securing the other side of the map on top of hard winning the bot fight, Oner makes any counterplay absolutely impossible for Graves. And yeah, dragon isn't going anywhere, so relax. Now, whenever you kill the enemy jungler, it really should start a snowball, and you guessed it, defensive tempo is the best way to achieve this. In this game, I kill Kindred for a second time, and it's a very easy recall here after the fight. There are no camps up bot side, and I know Kindred will run to the top crab that is marked. Please note, even if my bot side was up here, I would never do my camps. Your camps are like your family IRL. They want you to go out into the world and succeed. They are always here waiting for you. So Kindred does the top crab, and I know she will either do her raptors or Krugs afterwards. So I just kill her on raptors. LeBlanc giving me hardcore vision changes nothing. I will do this no matter what. I don't need LeBlanc's vision to tell me what Kindred is doing or going to do here. Staying on the snowballing theme, Canyon gets a triple kill, including the enemy Kindred, and look at the map for me. Second grubs are up, Kindred's topside is potentially up, and Canyon has Gromp and walls up too. That's pretty juicy. Why should the weaker Kindred be allowed to get any grub for free? Even being allowed to auto attack one of the grubs should be illegal, so Canyon recalls immediately. Oh wait, he doesn't. This is a little mistake I feel from Canyon, because what's better, taking the Kindred's Gromp and giving her at least one of the grubs and maybe her whole top side, or stopping her from getting any of the grubs and potentially catching her on her top camps? If you can stop the enemy jungler's future, they won't be able to breathe. There's one more critical piece of information you need to be aware of. Like the video. And if you guys do want one-on-one coaching that will unlock your potential and change how you see League of Legends, because I've done it for so many, including rank 1 EU West and challenger players from around the world, then head on over to my website linked in the description. Now when you look at this map, the real critical piece of information, the time it takes to travel from one line to the next is roughly 5 seconds. That means if I were to run all the way to the bot side of the map from close to top lane, it might take me up to 25 seconds. That's only a few seconds quicker than recalling and running back to that area. And if I stay on the map, I might have to run through mid lane and show on vision, giving away my intention. This basically means I am recalling for free. Even if I just buy a longsword, I will be at my future destination as strong as I can possibly be, thereby maximizing my chances of success. But if the enemy jungler's counterplay is closer to you, what then? Do you recall? Do you stay on the map? Does it matter how much gold you're on? Slow down. All good questions. But the question you're really trying to answer, do I have time to recall? In other words, do I have 30 seconds before the enemy jungler's counterplay might happen? Canyon is doing grubs in this game. The enemy jungler knows this. So if the red-sized jungler is losing grubs, what is the counterplay? Well, there will always be 3 options: lane, jungle camps, objectives. At this time in the game, jungle camps mean more because they are more representative of your total experience. Later in a game, we don't really care as much about camps, because what is the real difference between level 11 to level 12? There is obviously, though, a big difference from level 5 to level 6. So, because Canyon's bot side means something, he runs directly to his raptors, and guess what happens soon after? The enemy jungler shows on the map looking to invade Canyon's bot camps. But why does Canyon run here straight from grubs? Why not recall and then run there? Because it takes much longer to base and run here. 30 seconds, and his raptors would be taken in that time. It takes a lot less time to run here from grubs, and Canyon protects his raptors. This is only around 15 seconds. Also, just notice how Canyon then runs back to the top crab instead of doing his Krugs. There is no chance the enemy jungler will invade Krugs after seeing raptors are gone, so Canyon takes away a more neutral resource that the enemy jungler can easily attain. This is jungling.